Top number 10 is the HG40. It is a solid weapon. I was surprised that this weapon actually made it to the top 10. So you can actually run around with the HG40 and kick people's butts with it. It does shoot slow. For me, it's not my type, but it's also not the only one in the top 10. We also have the AGR making it on that list as well. I was surprised. I was like, wait, AGR and the HG40 on the same tier, top 10 makes no sense, but I'm actually really happy that the AGR made it to season 8. Honestly, the HG40 and the AGR perfect for this top 10. Anyways, moving on to top number 9 on the list. Coming up at number 9, we have the Peacekeeper MK2. Surprisingly, I was surprised that this made it on the list, but Peacekeeper is actually pretty good in this top number 9, but is not the only weapon on this list. The M13 actually made it as well. So yeah, if you want to play with the Peacekeeper, you want to play with the M13, be my guest. Both are pretty good weapons to use. I'm actually surprised the M13 has been on the season for like almost a year now, so that's actually pretty cool. If you want to rock with the M13, go for it. This is the build that Signo's team recommends. By the way, shout out to Signo for providing all these gunsmith. Appreciate you guys. Moving on to top number 8 on the list. Coming up at number 8 is the PP19. It is the Bison, of course. If you guys don't know, this gun has been dominating in hardpoint, domination, team deathmatch, and a little bit of search and destroy. But search and destroy, a lot of people have been kind of using it for standoff. That's the only map that I see people using this thing. But every time I do see people using it, they're using a different build. And that build, whenever I picked it up, it just sucks. So this is the correct build for the PP19 Bison. That's going to be top 8. We're going to go ahead and move on to top number 7. Coming up at number 7 on the list is the UL736. This is the correct build for this thing. I haven't actually run into anyone using the UL736 against me in search, but I have seen people use the other weapon, which is also listed at the same tier. It is the PKM, I believe. So the PKM is also on that list as well. So if you want to, have a good LMG to use, these two are the best ones to use. But there is one more out there that you should know about, and that's coming up pretty soon. So moving up on the list is the Switchblade, but it's also comes along with other, guns on that list on the same tier. Top 6 on the list. There's 3 submachine guns. This is one of them. The Switchblade, nothing really changed. It's the same gunsmith that we've always used. There's nothing that, improvements or whatever. So we're going to move on to the next one. It is the QK9. The QK9 is also on the list. Now, I haven't used this build. I'm not sure yet, but I got to double check. This is the updated QK9 build for this season. So definitely make sure you adjust your builds when you go out there. So anyways, that is the QK9 build. We're going to go show you the last one, which is the Fennec. I'm not surprised. Fennec is still pretty good up there. So if this is the latest build, I was using something else as well for the Fennec. I'm surprised there's some attachments that are being changed. Some things are new, some things are old. So I'm just letting you guys know what my opinions are. Fennec is top number 6. Moving on to top number 5. Coming up at number 5 is the Holger 26. What can I say? This thing has been in the season along with the M13 for like a year now. So yeah, nothing really changed. Holger 26 is annoying. If you use it, you're annoying, but you know what? That's the part of the game. Moving on to top number 4. Coming up at number 4 is a PDW. Now, I was blown away. I couldn't believe that Signal told me that the PDW 57 is top number 4 on the list. I'm not even joking. This is the best SMG to use on the tops for this season. Like, this is the best gun. This is better than the CBR. And speaking of CBR, I don't even see the CBR on the list. CBR is nerfed completely. It's gone for the first time in forever. So I'm excited. This is the new king of SMGs in season 8. So make sure to try out the PDW. Let me know in the comments down below if you have seen a big improvement in your gameplays. If you're kicking everybody's butt with the PDW, you're doing the right thing by subscribing to the Jokesta channel. That way you guys are getting the latest update on the channel. But anyways, moving up to top number 3 on the list. Coming up at number 3 is the HVK 30. I'm not surprised. I've been getting killed a lot by people using the HVK in search and destroy. I don't know about other game modes. I just been seeing this a lot in search and destroy, but yeah, this is the latest build for the HVK 30. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next on the list, the LK24. This is the gunsmith to use, and it's not the only tier that's like top number 2. This is one of them. So it's the LK24. If you want to actually use it, go for it. I see people use this one over the HVK. Like, the HVK has been used a lot, but the LK24 has been used by pros. Most of the time I lose to them. The people that actually use the LK24 I lose to, but that's that's not the only weapon on this list. I do want to mention the Krig 6. Krig 6 is also on that list. So this is the build for the Krig 6. The only thing that I really changed that I was reading the Gunsmith is that I used to have firm grip tape, but this is the original build that you should be using for the Krig 6. But that's not the only thing on the list here as well. The Kilo is an honorary mention. This is a new build. I used to use a different build, but this is something new. I've never tried this before, so I might actually make a video on this. That is the top 2 on the list, but we're going to go ahead and move on to top number 1 on the list. It is the XPR 50 and the SKS. Now there is also another weapon that I want to mention before this video ends, but this is the XPR build. We're going to go ahead and show you guys the SKS build really quick. The reason for disable is that once you start shooting and you tag them, they slow down. The second shot comes in, bam, they're dead. But anyways, that is the SKS build. And the final, the last weapon on the list that I'm going to mention, it's a new shotgun, and this is the last one. It is the shotguns build. If you guys want to try this out, this is what the build that Signal recommends. Now he said the last attachment can be anything, so I decided, you know what, let's put a red dot. But again, you guys can mess around and put like a barrel if you want to, you know, mess around, see what you actually like. This is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.